Hello everyone, welcome all of you in my accountancy class for higher secondary second year commerce. Today we are going to solve another important question from income and expenditure account for higher secondary final year 2021, and the question that we are going to solve today is displayed on the screen. You can find the question on the screen. So let's see what are the items provided in the question. So I am reading the question, and at the same time you should write it in your copy. From the following receipt and payment account for the year ending March 31, 2015 of Negis Club. That means the non-trading organization, the name of the non-trading organization is Negis Club. Prepare income and expenditure account for the same period. That means we have to prepare income and expenditure account at the end of the year, that is on 31st March 2015. So as it is the ending date 31st March 2015, so we can say that the opening date should be start from 1st April 2014, and we can find that our accounting year or financial year is 2014-15. Clear? Receipts and payment account for the year ending 31st March 2015, because we know as income and expenditure account have to be prepared from receipts and payment accounts. So what are the things that are provided in the receipts and payment account? In the receipt side, actually in the question they have by mistake written that expenditure side, but it is the receipt side, and in the right side they have mentioned income side, but it is a receipts and payment account. So left side we should take left side as receipt side and right side as payment side. So let's see what are the receipts in the receipt side. So balance CD bank, so that means the opening balance of bank. So receipts and payment account always started by opening balance of bank, and the amount is 25,000. Next one is the subscriptions. Subscriptions is given for 3 years. One is 2013, one is 2014, and another is 2015. But in the question it is mentioned that the financial year is 2014 to 15, but in the subscription amount they have received subscription for 2013, 2014, 2015. So we can take 2014 is our financial year. I think there is some mistake in the question. They have to write 2014 15, 13 14 and 15 16. So by mistake they have written 2013 instead of 2013 14, 2014 15 instead of 2014 15 they have written 2014, and 2015 16 they have written only 2015. So it is the main printing mistake of the question. Next one is the amount is 2013 rupees 1500, 2014 10,000, and 2015 500, and the total amount is rupees 12,000. So for us it is the 2014's information is most important. So the subscription we put in the income side of the income and expenditure account amounted to rupees 10,000 in the final column if there is no adjustment, but if there is adjustment then we have to adjust it in our income and expenditure account. Next one is the donation, amounted to rupees 2,500. So there is nothing written about what type of donation is that. So if only donation, that means it is the general donation, and general donation is the revenue income for the non-trading organization. Next one is the hall rent, like auditorium, the club may have any hall, so they have given it on rent, and from that they have received certain amount, and it is the income for the non-trading organization, and it will come in the income side. Next one is the interest on bank deposits, amount rupees 450. That means on the deposit on the cash at bank they have written interest, and it is the income for the non-trading organization, so it will come in the income side. Last one is the entrance fees. So entrance fees, regarding entrance fees, I have already told you that entrance fees is paid by the member only once, and the amount which is paid at only once during the lifetime of the organization, it is capital receipt. But if there is any amount of entrance fees and capital life membership fees is given in the question, we have to look for any adjustment regarding that, and if we find adjustment then we have to adjust it accordingly, and otherwise we will not put this in our income and expenditure account. So we will look ahead that what are the adjustment given regarding this. Next, in the payment side, so in the question it is written as income side, but it is not the income side, it is the payment side. So in the payment side, first we find the purchase furniture, and in the bracket they have given date, that means the date of purchase furniture 1/7/2014. Okay, so I have already told you that if while preparing income and expenditure account, if we find any information in the bracket, that means adjustment. Remember, and the amount is rupees 5,000. So furniture is a capital payment because it is the purchase of asset, but on it depreciation on the above furniture is the non-cash expenditure, and it is the expenditure for the non-trading organization. So we have to charge depreciation if they have told us. Okay, if they will say that we will provide depreciation, then we will charge depreciation on that, and it is charged for 1/7/2014 to 31st March 2015. Then we have to calculate the total amount of depreciation for the months. Salaries, it is the expenses. Telephone expenses 300, electricity charges 600, postage and stationery, that means printing and stationery, it is the expenditure rupees 150. Purchase of books rupees 2,500, that means non-trading organization have purchased books, and in many clubs we find library, and in library the books are kept. So for their library they have purchased books, and it is used by the member and both the non-members, so it is the asset. Purchase of books means asset, so they have purchased asset, but in that if they told us to charge depreciation, then we will charge depreciation, and if they have given no information regarding charging of depreciation on books, then we will not charge anything. But the purchase of books is the capital payment because it is the purchase of asset. Entertainment expenses, that means for some cultural functions, cultural activities, they have incurred certain expenses, and it is the payment for the non-trading organization, or it is the expenditure for the non-trading organization. Next one is the purchase of 5% government papers. 5% government papers simply means bonds, that in our first year we find share, debentures and bonds. So debentures are issued by the company, from where we find interest for after 1 year, and similarly if any debentures is issued by the government, then it is bond, and the interest we receive from the bond is 5%. So investment in government papers, that means it is the asset acquired. They have acquired asset, it is the capital payment, but income received, interest received from that papers is the income, and we have to find out the 5% interest, and then we have to check when they have invested. So in bracket, again in bracket, that means adjustment, it is mentioned that they have invested or purchased the bonds on 1/10/2014. So we have to charge depreciation for October, as 10 is October, November, December, January, February, March. That means for 6 months we have to calculate depreciation, interest for 6 months. Last one is the miscellaneous expenses, that means expenditure, and lastly it is closed by the closing balance of cash in hand and at cash at bank. Next one is the adjustment, because while preparing income and expenditure account we will find some adjustments. So what are the adjustments? Number one, salaries outstanding rupees 1,500, that means we have to add outstanding salary because it is the expenditure for the current year. Next one is the entertainment expenses outstanding, so we know outstanding expenses should be added with the expenses because it is the expenditure for the current year. Bank interest receivable, so in the receipt side we find interest on bank deposits rupees 450, and apart from that 450 that we have already received, there are some other interest, there are some more interest amounted to rupees 150 we will receive in future. So it is the income for the current year, so interest receivable or accrued interest we have to add. Next, subscription accrued, that means subscription earned but not received from the members. So that means the some members of the organization have not paid the amount of subscription for the current year till date. So it is the income for the current year, so we have to add that item with the subscription. Next one is the 50% of the entrance fees is to be capitalized. Most important, as I have already discussed, that if there is any entrance fees and life membership fees, then we have to see adjustment regarding this. So the amount of entrance fees received by the non-trading organization is 500, and out of 500 rupees 50%, that means 50% of 500 is 250 will be capitalized, and remaining 25 to 50%, that means 250 will be revenue income. Okay, next one is the furniture is to be depreciated at 10% per annum. That means we have to charge depreciation at the rate 10% per annum on furniture. So this is the question that they have given. Now we have to solve this. So let's start the solution. So in income and expenditure account there are some adjustments, so I have given two amount column, one is inner column and another is final column. Okay, so in the top we have to write in the books of Nagy's Club, income and expenditure account for the year ended 31st March 2015. Okay, so it is the expenditure because debit side is expenditure, amount, income, amount, credit, debit. Okay, so draw this account. So what is the first item that we will find in the income side? First one is the balance BD, that means the operating balance. So in income and expenditure account only incomes are taken, so it is the asset position, so we don't need to put this. Next one is the subscriptions, so subscription is the income by subscriptions, and the amount of subscriptions will be write as 2014-15. I think there are some printing mistake in the question. They have to write 2014-15. Instead, they have written only 2014, and the amount is rupees 10,000. Why I have written it in inner column? Because with subscription there is one adjustment, and the adjustment is adjustment number 4. That is subscription accrued. So that means we have to add accrued subscription. And the amount is 400, so 10,400. Next one is the donation by donation, because it is the general donation. By donation, amount is rupees 2500. Next, hall rent, it is also the income. By hall rent, rupees 300. Next one is the by interest on bank deposit. Interest on bank deposit. Okay, so now you tell me that why I will put this in the final column or inner column. In the inner column, because interest receivable from bank is there in the adjustment. So what is the amount? 450, and with that we have to add that is receivable interest. So I think you have understood what is the meaning of receivable. That means we have not received, we will receive in future, but it is the income for the current year. So we have to add the income in the current year. Add interest receivable. Amount is rupees 150, that is adjustment number 3, and the total is 600. Next, entrance fees by entrance fees. Entrance fees is rupees 500. I have written it in the inner column because there we have to capitalized 50% and remaining 50% is the revenue income. So less capitalized because it is in the adjustment number 5, that is 50% of the entrance fees is to be capitalized, less capitalized. Bracketed 50% of 500, 250, and remaining 250 is our income. So this is the income of the Negis Club. Now we have to find out the expenditure. So what is the expenditure first? Purchase of furniture. So it is the capital payment, but in that depreciation is our expenditure. So next one is the salaries, and depreciation will be provided in the last. 2 salaries. Is there any adjustment regarding salaries? Yes, adjustment number 1, rupees 1500 is outstanding salaries. So salaries is 2000 in the inner column. Add outstanding. Add outstanding. The amount is 1500. 3500 is the total salaries for the current year. Telephone expenses, electricity charges, both are expenditure. 2 telephone charges. So 2 telephone charges or telephone expenses. Amount is rupees 300. 2 electricity charges. Electricity charges 600. By postage and stationery, it is also to postage and stationery 150. Next one is the purchase of books. So purchase of books is the asset purchase because books are used by the both members and non-members. Next one is the entertainment expenses. To entertainment expenses. And is there any adjustment regarding that? Yes, adjustment number 2, outstanding expenses. Outstanding entertainment expenses amounted to rupees 500. So the total entertainment expenses will be 900 is the current they have paid, and outstanding is rupees 500. Add outstanding 500, and the total will be 1400 is the total amount of outstanding expenses for the year. Next one is the purchase of 5% government bonds, that is on bracket. So in bracket it is adjustment. So government papers means government bonds, so it is the investment, so it is the asset, but in that, from that we have to receive income, we have to receive interest. So as it is made on the, as it is purchased on the October 1st, so we will receive interest for October, November, December, January, February, March. So for 6 months, so it is the income, so it will come in the income side. So by interest on government papers. So what is the total amount of investment? 8000 into 5 by 100 because it is the 5%, into 6 by 12 because it is for 6 months. 0062 400. 400 into 5, that is 2000. So 2000 will be, sorry, 5%, 8000, sorry. 8000 into 5 by 100 into 6 by 12, 62 0000 80 40, 5 into 40, that is 200 will be received interest. Okay, so interest is not yet received, but it will be received in future, but it is the income for the current year, so we have to show in the income side. Next one is the miscellaneous expenses. Two miscellaneous expenses, and the amount is 600. Okay, so this is the item that we have find in our expenditure side. First one is the salaries, telephone charges, telephone expenses, electricity charges, postage and stationery, entertainment expenses. Next, miscellaneous expenses. Now we have to check whether we have adjusted all the additional adjustments. Salary outstanding, that we have adjusted. Entertainment expenses outstanding, that we have also adjusted. Bank interest receivable, that we have already adjusted in the income side. Next, subscription accrued, adjusted. 50% of the entrance fees is to be capitalized, it is also adjusted in the particular that portion. And the last one is the furniture is to be depreciated at 10% per annum. So it is the non-cash expenditure, but it is the expenditure for the current year, so it will be in the expenditure side. To expenditure on to depreciation on furniture. So what is the amount of depreciation? Furniture amounted to rupees 5,000. 5,000 into 10 by 100. And is it for the whole year? No, because the furniture is purchased on 1st of July 2014. So we have to charge depreciation for whole July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. That means for 9 months. So into 9 by 12. 3, 4. So 30 into 50, 1500. So I have simple way. 5,000 into 10 by 100 into 9 by 12. 101010. Here 500, 3, 4. 500 into 3, 1500, and 1500 divided by 4. So 1500 divided by 4, we find 3, 12, 3, 7, 28, 2, 4, 5, 375. So 375 into 3, that means 375 into 3, 5, 1, 3, 7, 21, 2, 3, 3, 9, 11. 1125 is the amount of depreciation. 1125, you can calculate it. So this is the question that we have put all the information. Now we have to balance. That means to check which side is, whether income side is greater than expenditure side or expenditure side is greater than income side. So let's see. First we should balance income side. 10,400, 600. 11,000. 25, 2800. 2800 plus 200, 3,000. And this 250. 14250 is the income. So in the payment side, 3500, 3800, 4400. So total of these three, 4400, 2000, 1125 plus 150, that is 1275. 1275. 5, 7, 6, 4, 2, 6, 7, 7625. 7625. So expenditure is the 7625. Let's calculate again. 10,400 plus 600 11,000 and here 2800 plus 200 3,000 plus 250 30250 14,250 3,800 4,400 plus 2,000, that means 6,400 plus 12 75 7675. So income side is more than expenditure side, so 14,250 is the greater 14,250 and the difference is 7625 5 2 6 7 7625. Have I missed any items? 7625. Is there anything I have missed? 600. Hall rent 300. 450 plus 150. Entrance fees. Salary is 2,000 plus 1,500. $600. So the difference is 10 5 4 2 2 12 2 6 3 6 6 2 5 sorry 6 6 2 5. So 6 6 2 5 is our difference. So 6 6 2 5 and we will write is 2 surplus. Excess of income over expenditure. Okay, so this is the solution of the question, and if there is any mistake that I have done, so then tell me. Actually today I was a bit confused in solving this, so in the next class we will solve some other question. Until then you should practice at home, and thank you.